Hello, and welcome to this course module titled Student Collaboration, as designed and produced by the Region 11 Education Service Center. For today's presentation, you will need your copy of the book Teach Like a Champion 2.0 by Doug Lemov. In this module, you'll learn how to design effective, efficient collaboration opportunities for your students. You'll learn how to hold students accountable while they collaborate, and be able to maintain appropriate levels of rigor needed for the content. At the conclusion of this module, you'll have an opportunity to demonstrate your understanding of the stated learning objective from the previous slide by participating in a demonstration lab sponsored by Region 11's certification team. During this mini lesson, you'll provide an opportunity for students to turn and talk that's designed with efficiency, accountability, and rigor. So grab your supplies, a copy of the resource, and let's begin. Collaborative learning is based on the view that knowledge is a social construct. There are numerous ways for students to be collaborative. In this course, we will study student collaboration through the use of turn and talk. As we set the stage for this mini lesson, consider how student collaboration, through turn and talk, encourages students to better formulate their thoughts by including short, contained, paired discussions throughout a lesson. Again, the objective of this module is to ensure that you're familiar with the components that will help you design opportunities for effective student collaboration. As you watch the video linked to the screen, make mental notes of what you think the teachers have done to ensure that their students are successful in doing the turn and talk. Click on the pop-up on the screen to view this video now. We just saw several teachers implementing turn and talk in their classrooms. Point to ponder is, how do we as teachers keep turn and talk from being a waste of valuable class time? What will you do to keep this from happening? Well, Doug Lemov explains how to ensure that turn and talk is designed for maximum efficiency and accountability. Pause the video now and read pages 324 to 332 in Teach Like a Champion. As you read, see if Mr. Lemov mentions any of the notes you took from watching teachers in the previous slide about what they might have done to prepare for the turn and talk task. Let's see what you remember from setting pairs. What are things you need to consider prior to having students turn and talk? Did you mention room arrangement, having assigned partners, or a procedure for students to choose a partner, and planning for students who might be absent? Those are three important components to ensure your transition and turn and talk will begin smoothly. Thinking about what you saw in sample classrooms and what you read in pages 326 to 328, reflect on the questions on this slide. What did Lemov say about how to move from whole group learning to turn and talk so that all students participate fully and start right away and in unison? And once the discussion ends, what did Lemov say about how to get students to return their attention to you quickly and automatically? Think about what you'll want your in cue and out cue to be in your mini lesson. As you think about pages 328 and 329 of Teach Like a Champion, what cues will you listen for that'll help you with crest of the wave, which ensures that students stay engaged and enthusiastic during the duration of the turn and talk? Pause to consider why setting precise time limits on turn and talk allow you to hold yourself and your students more accountable. Also, how will setting time limits aid student participation? What evidence of engagement do you see during turn and talk? Well, when initially teaching turn and talk, having students turn knee to knee is one way to visibly see engagement. But as students become more skilled, visible engagement may not be as critical as it was in the early stages of learning the technique. For more specifics on efficiency and accountability related to turn and talk, pause the video and review page 331 and the top of 332. Think about which part may be the most difficult for you to implement and jot down any questions you may still have. So far in this module, we've examined how to use one type of student collaboration, Turn and Talk, to increase student engagement and participation throughout the teaching and learning process. Just as we engage in rigorous activities that make our body stronger, we must also engage in rigorous thinking to make our brains stronger, or smarter as the case may be. Pause the video to read pages 332 to 335 of Teach Like a Champion to see how Mr. Lamov explains how to design your lesson so that Turn and Talk becomes a catalyst for even greater rigorous instruction, and how to address any misinformation or misunderstood ideas that may be shared when students turn and talk. Both whole class analysis and whole class discussion can be used for students to analyze, evaluate, justify, and add thoughts shared during Turn and Talk sessions. Whole class note-taking and guided discussion can provide opportunities for students to develop initial ideas shared during Turn and Talk sessions, or to synthesize the most important parts of what they've heard into writing a well-crafted sentence. To get a better idea of what this looks like, you can look at video clips 45 and 46 located in the Teach Like a Champion 2.0 DVD video library. So let's review what we've learned. Pause the video and see if you can remember the 3 major bullets that effective lesson design includes during the student turn and talk. That's right, they are efficiency, accountability, and rigor. Now that you have the basic pieces down, review the rubric one more time. As you review, think about how you will include each of the smaller bulleted items into your lesson. Is there one part that you struggle with more than the others? If you need to review a section, remember you can always review this video and the readings again. During the demonstration lab, you'll present a 10-minute mini lesson in which you model frequent small group talk about the learning. The next slides contain a few tips as you prepare for your mini lesson. Think about a subject that'll lend itself to discussion and determine how you'll pair your students. Determine your in cue and out cue. Consider time limits and how you'll keep track of time. Think about what you'll use as a follow-up to Turn and Talk to ensure that the rigor was where it needed to be. These bullets don't represent all the items discussed in this video course, but they'll help you get a solid start on your lesson design. If you discover you're unsure of what to do during any of these bullets, take some time to review the pages and Teach Like a Champion 2.0 until you're confident in your understanding. You can do this, review the rubric, and think about the skills you've practiced in other modules, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Thank you for watching this course module titled Student Collaboration. This video is just a very basic first step to planning for student collaboration. To do a deeper dive on student collaboration and cooperative learning, check out some of the resources on the next slide. Feel free to review this video again at any time. These resources are not part of your deliberate practice, but may provide you with additional insights for designing lessons that include student collaboration and cooperation. Today's material referenced the book Teach Like a Champion 2.0 and used downloaded images from Pixabay.